Hello, ma'am. Good morning. My name is Sarvish, and my seat number is 28. So the first question given to me was about pandas, in which in this we have to, in this is the question statement given to me. So in this data, the names of the students are given over here, that are Deepa, Ravi, Gaurav, Anuj, Ravi, Swati, and Ria. So these are the names of the students. These are the age of those students respectively. These are the genders of the students respectively, and these are the marks scored by those students respectively. So the first task of this question was to me was to frame this data, to arrange this data in a proper way so that it is easy to understand. The second task given to me was to remove all these values with average mark, all these values with the average marks of the student. And then the third task given to me was to segregate those students. Third task given to me was to remove the age column from this question. And the fourth task was to segregate those students who have scored marks more than or equal to 85. So let's start. So this is the raw data given to me, in which these are the names. This is the age of those students, gender and marks. So now to convert this data into a readable format in an easy way to understand, so we use df function, that is data frame, which converts this data into a tabular format. So let's see. So as you can see over here, we get this data into a tabular format, and this is easy to understand now. Now the second task was given to me was to remove these functions with these values with the average web marks scored by the students, or the average marks of these uh, total marks. So we do that with the help of, so for elements in data frame, that too in marks section. So if elements in marks section are not numeric, that means is numeric looks for the data which is not numeric in nature. So so this is what this is numeric function will do, is it will remove this non-numeric function from the marks section and replace it with the help of average marks scored, average marks of the total marks. So we replace, so is numeric will replace that. So then here we can see that df is equals to df dot replace. So this data, it will replace the NaN values with the average values of average marks scored by the students. So when we run this, we can see that wherever there was NaN, it gets replaced by the average marks, that is 83.4. So as you can see that Gaurav score has NaN and now has 83.4 marks, that is the average, and same is with Swati, which she also had NaN and now she has 83.4. Now we have to categorize the gender. So in this gender, so in this we assign male, that is M, as 0, and female, that is F, as 1. So now wherever there is a male in this gender section will get replaced by 0, and wherever there is female, that is F, in this gender section will get replaced by 1. So when we run this program, we see that here over here, female gets replaced by 1 and male gets replaced by 0. Then the last task for me in this question was to segregate those students who scored more than less marks equal to more than or equal to 85, and also to drop the age section from the table. So we do that with the for marks, in df, for marks greater than equal to 85, we will for marks greater than equal to 85. So this will, what this will do is, it will print only those rows in which there is in which the marks section has more than 85 value. And here it will drop the age, and this df is supposed to drop age section. So what this will do is, this will drop the entire age column, enter this age section from the table. So now when we run it, you can see that these three students, Deepa, Ravi, and Anuj, scored more than 85 marks. That's equal to or more than 85 marks. That's why they are it's printed over here, and other ones are left out. Then the second question given to me was about important responsibilities of data analyst. So the important responsibilities of data analyst are first collecting the data of the company. So after first collecting the data of the company, and when the data is collected, he or she has to first of all clean that data and arrange that data in a proper way to for better understanding. Then second responsibility of data analyst is to analyze and understand the data. So when that as the data is now cleared and arranged in a proper way, so the analysis and understanding of the data can be done, it can be easily understood, and find what is the useful data in it. Then spotting patterns means we have to means looking at the trends made by the pattern, so that looking at the trends made by the pattern, which will be helpful in order to gain more knowledge about the data, so that it will give us like what we can say is understanding that why these trends are forming, so that trend will be beneficial for us. So these kind of patterns are to be looked upon. Then the fourth point is fourth responsibility is to produce the report of the data. So when this complete study, analysis and spotting pattern of the data is done, then after that the data analyst has to make the report of the data, which will in an easy way, so that the management of the company can understand it, then reporting it back to the management. So when this report is produced, it has to be reported back to the management of the company, so that then then they can understand the data and read the data and analyze the data and implement their own strategies regarding for the well-being of the company. Now the third question given to me was about uh, data processing, mean removal, scaling, normalization and binarization. So I had to first of all explain this and then to perform it in the Jupyter notebook. So data processing. So data processing means conversion of raw data to data processing means manipulation of data on a computer, which includes conversion of raw data that is messy and complex data into a easy readable form, which can be easy to understand. Then mean removal. In mean removal, it involves removing of mean removal involves removing of mean from each feature so that it is centered to zero, and also it helps in moving any biases from the features. Then scaling. Scaling means the values of every feature in the data point can vary between random rules. So therefore, it is important to scale them so that this matches these specified rules. Normalization. Normalization ensures that the data points do not get boosted. So it involves adjusting the value in features vector and so as to measure them on common scale. Normalization is used, and it therefore it ensures that data points do not get boosted because of the nature of the features. Then binarization. Binarization means converting the numerical vector into Boolean vector, that is ones and zeros. So now let's understand it on Jupyter Notebook. So here, this is the data given to input data, where input this is the input data. So now first we will find the mean of this data. Mean is nothing but finding the average. So it means so what this will do is we will do dot scale function. We'll use dot mean function, which will calculate the average or mean of the given numbers. Then the standard deviation here will standard deviation measures the spread of the spread in the statistics. So as we run this, we can see that mean is almost zero, whereas standard deviation is almost one. Then scaling means scaling means in here we use for scaling we use minimum maximum min max scalar function dot min max scalar function for the range of 0 to 1. So what this will do is this will transform the given data into the range from 0 to 1, and here minimum and maximum are the range is the range of the is the range of that. Then when we run this, you can see that here so when we run this, you can see that this data is now this complete data is now in the range of 0 and 1, because this transforms this data into this transforms this input data into range from 0 to 1. Now normalization. So normalization will use here we use dot normalize function. It adjusts the value in features vector to measure them on it adjusts the value in features to measure them on common scale. Normalization is used to ensure that they do not get boosted. So when we use the dot normalize function, we get the values in the common scale. So it will be easier for us to measure them on common scale. Then now dot binarize function. For binarization, we use dot binarizer function, which transforms the input data into Boolean vector that is in the forms of it is in the form of ones and zeros, is nothing but true and false. So when we use this dot binarize function for the input data, that is processing dot binarizer to dot transform the input data. So when we run this, we get the output as so the every data in this say every input data gets converted into ones and zeros. So this will be easier to understand. Then the fourth question given to me was data wrangling, which I chose was is data wrangling. So data wrangling is the process of cleaning data wrangling is the process of cleaning and unifying raw data for easy analysis. This means cleaning the messy and complex data which we get from the company for to in a easy and understandable way to for better analysis. Also, data wrangling is a built-in function in Python. Then there are different steps which are used in data wrangling, that are: first, discovery, structuring, cleaning, enriching, validating, and publishing. So what is the discovering? Discovering means in this step the data is to be understood or learned, and it needs to be understood or learned in order to get a good basic knowledge about the data. Then structuring, in this process, since we have the raw data with us, so first of all we have to restructure that data, since restructure that data so that it will be easier to understand and work on. Then cleaning, in this process we clean all the unwanted data, in this process we clean all the unwanted data for better analysis. Also the null values are replaced, uh, also the null values are changed, and formatting is done for better analysis. Then enriching. Enriching is the process. In this, you have to stock upon the data and look for other sources through which you can get a little bit more idea about this data, or some upper hand on this data, so that it will give you a better understanding and deep knowledge of that data. Then validating. Validating, in this process we check the quality of the data, consistency of the data, and also the security of the data, uh, because security of the data. Then publishing. Publishing is the last step of data wrangling, which we do in which we publish the data, we publish the data which we got after doing every all these processes, like discovering, structuring, cleaning, enriching, validating. After that we publish the data, and that step is called as publishing of the data. So these are the references through which I got these questions. And thank you, thank you so much.